Welcome back to another episode of our Dinner Party podcast. I'm Lindsay.
And I'm Keith.
We're the podcast that covers stuff you can cover later, so let's get into it. Today's story, No More Burn. This story reported by Just Everyone and CNN. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, so the 10th and final round of payments to victims of the deemed Ponzi schemer Bernie Madoff was sent out Monday, bringing the total to recovered 94% of the estimated total losses. Officials called it an unprecedented conclusion to a compensation process that will have repaid $4.3 billion to over 40,000 people in almost 130 countries, per the Department of Justice. Most of the $2.2 billion repaid came from the estate of Madoff investor Jeffrey Pickauer, while $1.7 billion was recovered from JP Morgan as part of a 2014 DOJ agreement. Madoff himself passed away in prison in 2021 at the age of 82 while serving his 150-year sentence for orchestrating what prosecutors described as the world's largest Ponzi scheme, at least at the time. His cause of death, by the way, basically just high blood pressure. The man was in not good health, so to speak.
Yeah, 82. He was well on his way to that 150-year sentence. I don't know how old he was when he...
If he just randomly was like the best kept person, like healthiest man on earth and served, I guess he went away in like probably around 2014.
Okay.
So he served under a decade of the 150 years. It's
a terrible way to just end your life.
Also, though, that's still like we are 10 years out from 2014. That's still such a long time for these individuals to get that money back because most of them lost all of their savings. I don't know if you watched any of the... Remember, he got the Netflix treatment a few years back where there were multiple documentaries made on this. There was always questioning whether his sons knew what was on that top floor of their building because I think they remained innocent or at least were found like less guilty by association. So this took a really long time for these. I assume a lot of victims actually have also passed away just by age and the scheme of it all.
Yeah. Bernie Madoff, I've always like known the name. The name stands out to me, but I guess I never knew what he did. The
man liked to borrow from over here and go play over here and then would borrow over here and pay them back. And like,
I wonder how long did this go on?
He's the type of person that like, did you ever see Catch Me If You Can, that movie about the man who played pretend throughout his life, basically?
I think we did, yeah.
I genuinely feel like this is someone that instead of putting him in jail, they should have figured out a way to use him in the government because he clearly was a mastermind. Like robbed Peter to pay Paul. Like that's the saying. Like he did that for years, like years and years and years. That's why it was such a huge Ponzi scheme is because he didn't get caught for the longest time. So to even be able to handle that, most people can't keep up with one lie, let alone like $4.3 billion of lies, 40,000 people worth of lies, 130 countries worth of lies.
Well, I'm pretty impressed that this money got paid back. I don't ever see stories where they've paid all these people back.
I'm impressed this man only had one wife.
Okay.
If you're that good at keeping the balance sheets. Yeah.
Yeah.
One wife, 2 kids. Nothing else has been found. We found $4.3 billion in lies, but we didn't find a secret family. Amazing.
He's loyal.
Loyal AF. Maybe that's what it was. He was like, I stay honest in the rest of my life so that I can balance this huge lie, a mother of lies.
Yeah, he already had too much going on. You can't.
No, we are done. We are done here.
His bandwidth.
I do wonder, one thing I did not look up, I wonder who made the money off of his Netflix stocks. I wonder if it just went to the state a la O.J. Simpson. Because, in that situation, Nicole Brown Simpson, I don't know, I guess if you have to say his last name to hers, but Nicole Brown, his wife at the time, who he allegedly murdered, I believe her family kept suing for money from him and kept recovering funds off of whatever he made. And so I wonder if the victims in this case can also do that.
Yeah, it would make sense that the money goes to the victims. Like he owes the victims the money.
For sure. For sure. I don't know how. I understand that a portion of it was recovered from his estate and obviously JP Morgan, but that's an insane number. Even for the bank to pay back 1.7 billion, I assume that also comes from them just not paying attention to whatever was going on there.
Yeah.
I don't think I know enough about finances to really like fully get into the larger Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, it was. I wonder if he's the one. I'm guessing somebody named Ponzi invented the Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, like there's an OG and his name is Mr. Ponzi.
Yeah, that sounds.
Unless it's short for something. I couldn't tell you that. We could call them Madoffs now.
He just made off with all your money.
Oh my gosh, the joke was there the whole time. Yeah. You know, is it at... now I feel differently. You trusted a guy with the last name Madoff with your money.
Nope.
Dang.
Yeah.
The clues were there. You should be a detective. That was quick work. Quick work. You could have been through every person. You would have been like, I bet it's this Madoff guy. I bet he's the one stealing the money. Things are fishy.
Yeah, I mean, I have a good case record. I play detective a lot in my real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I'm really good.
Are we talking like the game of life? Like, or what? Clue. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a solid detective game.
Yeah.
Are you just really good at Clue?
No. Just like...
Average at Clue, but great at detective work.
And like made up investigations where, we're like, oh, I wonder.
You sit around and make up investigations?
They're not real. They're real events, but they don't require investigation.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But I still solve them.
Okay. Well, you can put that on your resume.
Yeah.
And next time a Madoff comes around, you can sort it out. Maybe we'll get to under 10 years. Although 10 years for that much money does seem relatively fast to recover all of those funds. Again, I think some of these people, I would want to know what the victims feel, because I think in the moment that's a crushing blow to lose your life savings.
What if he was still doing a scheme to pay off these people by taking money?
Like there's a scheme on a scheme?
Yeah.
I mean, the Department of Justice would have to be in on the scheme, so that's a large tail.
I'm for it. Let's yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't think I can be pro Department of Justice being in on a scheme, but
oh, well.
Maybe there can always be someone on the inside baseball, right?
Inside baseball?
Yeah. Like when like what's up, so you can like throw it.
Like banging on trash cans and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I hope that these victims are fully paid back. I know that this is saying it was repaid. I feel like occasionally that doesn't mean that these individuals made back all of what they thought they had made. I have a feeling they probably just got back what they invested.
Yeah, whatever money they lost.
Right.
Yeah, 94% estimated total paid off. So I'm going to guess that means that some people have died before, they got their money back, their payment.
No, for sure. Yeah.
So, but yeah, just incredible to hear that somebody actually, repaid all their debt.
Yeah, I'd love
like
to know
this.
how often this actually happens too, because I don't think you usually end up with this good of as close to a happy ending as possible. But here we are, one case down,
because
a million more to go.
A lot of these people that he took money from, elderly anyways, it was like their retirements.
I think a lot of people did take their entire retirement funds and invest with him. I think that was a segment of his population. But I can't help but to think, regardless of whether you were, let's say you were like elder 20s into retirement, like even that swing, I don't know that there's ever a good time in life for you to be swindled out of a nest egg that you're trying to turn into more.
No. Because, you just lost all those extra years of that money growing as well.
Exactly.
So
you lost time, you lost funds, and you lost probably a lot of trust.
Oh, yeah. I imagine.
Well, no more burn. It's all sorted out.
I did see a Bernie Madoff joke. Um, why did he play a musical instrument?
Why?
Because he was good at making things sound good.
I don't think I get it.
It's because he was, his Ponzi scheme.
Why didn't he play a musical?
Well, why did he?
Oh, because he was
Yeah.
good at making. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
On that bad joke,
Yeah.
that's the conclusion of in the update of the Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme.
See ya.
Next time.